Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Right, so in today's video we're going to be checking out Ultron's damage pre and post buff. So I went ahead and recorded all of these fights before the update went live, and now we're going to check out him without any synergy teams, and then we're going to check him out with a synergy team, and then we're going to do exactly the same thing after the buff has went live. Now, before we get any further, and I already see the comments in comment section, I obviously do not yet know the absolute best way how to play with Ultron. I have read all of his abilities on paper, but I'm just kind of doing my best, and obviously within time you can probably get the hit counts and fight time and effectiveness even further down. However, this will be good enough for us to draw our final results. Well, maybe not final, but let's say provisional results. So we can see that Ultron is not really slapping hard. We have 2000 something crits on mediums, 1500 crits on light attacks, 110 is the average bleed tick, which you trigger now and then. And that is just about it. That it does not get much better. Now we're gonna see how well a level 2 does damage-wise, and there were even no crits, and it was quite pathetic and underwhelming. So needless to say, the fight is not going exactly perfect. And I think I'm actually going to lose a combo somewhere at some point, maybe. I do have Suicide Masteries. I will have Suicide Masteries active for all of these fights. Exactly the same mastery setup, so that's fine. But yeah, here we can see I lost a combo somewhere at 200 mark. Got clapped a teeny bit, but all in all, it's a very, very long fight, considering this is a 5-star rank 4 champion. I'm running Suicide Masteries. Really, he should be doing better than he is. And there it is. We're about finished here, and we're gonna see that at this moment, 1 second, let's carry on. The fight is over. Take screenshots as well, I think, and we have done 350 hits. So that is the base mark. Ultron's damage pre-buff against Winter Soldier, doing your regular 5-hit combos of 350 hits. No synergies involved, just Suicide Mastery is active, which is something you're probably going to be doing when you're running Ultron regardless. Then we're going to move on to the next step. And I'm going to be using the synergy that he has with Mr. Sinister. Then we're going to get MODOK synergy, Falcon and Vision. I'm going to be using exactly the same synergy team after the buff as well. So let's get to it, shall we? And with this fight, I will slightly alter my playstyle to capitalize on that power lock. Obviously, otherwise, what's the point of having that power lock if it is not going to make any difference here whatsoever? So when he's going to be power locked, I will try squeezing in more heavy attacks whenever I find it kind of like relatively streamlined. I will not necessarily focus on it, but I will be dropping more heavy attacks, and that obviously naturally already brings out that increase in damage per hit, because instead of landing full combos, I will go for more heavy attacks. I will be landing plenty of full combos as well, though, without a doubt. And then basically going to repeat the process once again. So here we can see that with Synergy Team, he is hitting somewhat harder. What used to be 1500 crits on light is 1700 now, and we got slight increase obviously in medium hits. That's largely thanks to Falcon synergy. We are critting more often thanks to MODOK synergy, but there isn't like a massive drastic difference. I did lose my combo at some point here as well because I was playing fairly sloppily, and still, even dropping in more heavy attacks, even reducing kind of like this combo count artificially, the fight still takes forever. He still doesn't clap anywhere hard enough to be a reasonable champion to consider, so to speak, for any type of questing or anything outside of arena in Malkans of Champions, because he just doesn't clap hard enough. So we went from 350 hits to 241. Again, I'd reckon about 40 or 50 hit difference here is from me using more heavy attacks, but that is something that the synergy enables me to do a lot easier. But still, it's not really a great score at all whatsoever, and we can definitely do better. Now, I have recorded a ton of fights for the rest of the champions as well here, and this time we're going to go with Ultron after buff. So update has just gone live. As you can see, the loading screen has changed. And once again, I'm not necessarily certain that the way I'm using the character is best way to use it, But, you know, we're going to be learning as we go along. But one thing is immediately noticeable, that even on his base, he does seem to have slightly higher damage output. And the bleed potency also has gone up. If it previously was ticking for 111, now it's ticking for 142 without anything else being done. So on his base, he already kind of hits a bit harder, and he triggers more bleeds. You can actually get quite a lot of bleeds going. But here, I do get the Fury bonus from that dropping level 2, and we're already critting for 5k plus, which again is not even like the biggest bonus, because you only had like 4 of my functions active at this point, I think. At some point I will activate 5th. I should have activated level 1 to get that stun, but it is what it is. I kind of did not notice or realize that. Either way, we are doing obviously significantly better. We can see the 47 hits in. He's already down a lot now. It dropped a decently large level, heavy attack. We got we got 5 missions here completed. And now I'm hitting for like 4k plus, because if you use level 2, your basically attack bonus still lingers after the level 2, which is amazing. And definite increase in damage output. Now it is on cooldown here, seemingly. We do need to wait for these missions to activate, but it is a-okay. We're going to go for it once again. So I'm going to go for a medium hit, I believe, somewhere here. And once again, we get that damage increase. The level 2 didn't seem to do that much damage. Might be because I needed to activate heavy attack beforehand. I'm not entirely sure on this, but he definitely is slapping a lot harder here at this point. And the bleed damage obviously is higher as well. We can definitely see the increase in bleed damage. And once again, I definitely 100%, I'm not playing him to like the perfect rotation or anything like that. But he seems to be doing significantly better as is. And if previously this fight was 350 hits with pre-buff Ultron, 350 hits with pre-buff Ultron, no synergies, then now obviously it is taking us a lot less. We're 100 hits in, he's 80% down. Perfect for us. He has a bunch of bleeds active on him. We're going to cauterize a lot of them here, or not. I think I'm going to make a mistake, and I'm going to push myself level 3, which is going to inflate the hit count here, because previously I didn't use any level 3s. I'm going to quickly pass forward that one, but still. You can definitely get this fight done with less hits than I did it here, and that is quite scarily good, because we went from 350 to about 150. We can probably get it down to like 120 or something, maybe even less if you play very carefully. And that is more than likely going to make Ultron a very viable champion to actually play with. It's more than likely going to give him a significant boost in his relevance. So 156. So his damage output has increased by well over than 100%. Well, that's a huge damage increase. And now we're going to use exactly the same synergy team. And obviously we're going to be doing even better, because with MCOC synergy, we're going to be critting more often, because it's changed slightly, but it's still giving me more crit rating. Then we have a couple of Falcon synergies. We still have that Power Lock synergy with Mr. Sinister. And yeah, I'm gonna have easier time, but this time I'm gonna go for level 1 in order to gain that function active already immediately. Here we can see that I'm critting for 9k with my heavies, which is probably a strategy that I should have went with a bit more, just spammed more heavy attacks, but it is what it is. I'm gonna build up to my level 3 next in order to get a couple more functions, and at that point I can fulfill, I believe, 7 functions. In total, max functions that you can use 8 if you trigger heal as well. So I'm going to go for my level 3 here. We're going to quickly fast forward the level 3. And now we're going to see what kind of good or bad numbers we are able to use. Also, one of the synergies, I forgot with who it was exactly. I think it was with Vision. Enables you to keep your attack bonus after you trigger your damage function with a heavy attack, and that is a huge help in an average fight. I think that is going to be quite an important synergy in general. And we can see that I am maintaining a fairly big amount of those armor ups as well. And now we're going to go for a level 2. There's a neat 8k crit. He's using his special attack. Why not? I have my attack increase. You can see much more chunkier base hits. And this is a rank 4 5-star now at this point. have like 12 bleeds active. Why not? I'm going for 10k crit on that level 2. It could have probably, if the last hits would have crit, I would have done even more damage. But you can see the bleed damage is quite insane for the guy. And that is it here. So 113 hits. So 113 hits from 250. So both with and without synergy team, his damage has more than doubled, which is exactly what he needed. And I'm sure that you can play him more efficiently than I did. That wasn't entirely the purpose of this video. But after my initial assessment, because I do know for a fact that his kit is quite good. He's double immune with regen, and he has now access to quite substantial amount of bleeds. I think he is a good champion now. I think he is shooting for the upper half of tech class. I think he has quite a lot to offer, and with his immunities and also resistances to energy damage and reduced duration of incinerate and shock, I genuinely think he's a very good champion. I might end up taking him up myself. I do have 5-star, I do have 6-star that's currently unduped, but maybe you can change it in the future. And yeah, I'm quite excited. I want to see exactly how big of numbers this guy can do as like a 6-star rank 3 boosted or something, because there's going to be some juicy stuff there. But anyways, that is it for this video, and I'm going to catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there, guys, and welcome.